Hello, good Wednesday morning to you. It is the middle of the work week and it's been a long week even though it's just Wednesday. How's your week going? Let me know. Let me know how things are going for you on this Wednesday morning. How are the roads out there? Hopefully a lot better than what they were at yesterday evening. We talked about that freezing rain that was going to be coming in yesterday evening. That's exactly what happened. And it created some icy surfaces out there. So we still have some icy spots this morning on untreated surfaces. That's just something that you have to watch out for the morning commute. But the highway corridor roads, all of the main roads, those have been getting salted and treated. So, but still, with our conditions that we've had, we should make sure we're taking caution out there. Yeah. All right. Well, how's your weekend going? How's your week doing? How's your Wednesday? Let me know. Let me know what you have going on, how things have been going for you, what you're looking forward to. Hopefully, you're looking forward to some snow. It'll be a little bit before we get some accumulating snow, but hopefully, you're looking forward to that. We're going to talk a little bit about what's coming. Today will serve as a little bit of a break from the active pattern. It's been an active week. We still have an active stretch of weather as well, but nothing big coming today. So a nice break. Our next big thing is going to be coming in tomorrow evening into Friday morning. You guessed it, more impacts, more travel impacts with this. It's that time of year, you know. You get the snow, you get the rain. It's just not going to be doing so hot in some areas. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that. I'm going to walk you through it hour by hour, every time period that could be impactful for you. And we're going to talk about accumulations as well. And then I'll give you a preview of the weekend because we're always, of course, looking ahead to the weekend. And we talked about the potential of some snowfall this upcoming weekend, and we'll see where things are at right now with that. So first off, still hanging on to some slick spots out there for the morning commute. We have had some isolated freezing rain still in some places, but it's not something that's widespread. We also have had some areas of patchy fog throughout the morning. The Mackinac Bridge, that's where we're seeing some notably foggy conditions, at least we have throughout the morning. So over the last couple of hours, we've noted that fog over at the Mackinac Bridge in the east end. There's a look at the Mackinac Bridge. I want to give you an update as to how the fog's doing in some places. Current visibilities, not bad. Most areas at around 8 miles to 10 miles, but Iron County, portions of Gogebic, visibility down to about 3 miles. Again, I mentioned the Mackinac Bridge, under a mile of visibility there this morning. So yeah, that's something you should watch out for if you are traveling downstate or coming up from the other side of the bridge. Here's a look outside of our station, US 41, and the traffic's picking up a little bit. So, not bad. Haven't heard anything really crazy out there this morning. How was your commute into town this morning? Let me know. Okay, so our next system, well, it's going to come in for tomorrow evening into basically Friday morning. It's mainly an overnight event situation. Again, tomorrow being Thursday. Tomorrow, Thursday evening into Friday. Now, it's going to bring in rain and some snowfall. Yes, we're looking at rainfall, not just the potential of freezing rain, but rain with this system. And then some wet snow. This will cause wet roads, slushy, and icy conditions on untreated surfaces for that extended period of time going into Friday morning. That's why I highlighted that. Let me walk you through it. This is tomorrow morning. The bulk of Thursday is relatively quiet and above normal. Plan on cloudy skies. I think tomorrow will be the warmest day this week. We'll push near the upper 30s, most of the day hovering in the mid 30s. So as the system comes in, it starts to bring in rain across the central and the southern central counties. And then this pushes into the eastern UP. Now, it's going to be several hours of rain because we're going to hover in the mid 30s as that rain rolls through for several hours. It doesn't look like we're going to dip down to around freezing until well into the overnight hours close to Friday morning. So several hours of rainfall with this system in the central counties and the eastern counties. This is midnight into Friday morning. There is going to be some snow. It's mainly for the western UP for the majority of Thursday evening. And then that wet snow will continue to expand from west to east by Friday morning. So 4 a.m. by Friday morning, that rain has moved out, and then it's wet snow that still lingers for the Friday morning commute, as temperatures will hover around that freezing mark in the lower 30s. By the time sun rises on Friday, that main swath of precipitation will have moved out and have pushed east of the UP up into Canada by that point in time. So, yeah, this is going to be quite impactful. Very wet conditions out there expected with this. We're likely also going to see more snow melt with this, especially considering tomorrow we could be pushing the upper 30s. There might be even some isolated 40-degree readings along the shorelines of the Great Lakes. So yeah, now we are also looking at some colder conditions behind this on Friday. The highs will happen Friday morning, and then as the morning progresses and the afternoon gets here, temperatures will decrease throughout the day. Okay, so temperatures decreasing throughout the day into the 20s, and then we do have a colder weekend. So Saturday and Sunday is going to be more typical for us, more typical January weather for us, and so that'll be nice, a nice break. But impacts will still remain for a day or so. Our in-house model is looking at around half of an inch of rainfall in the central and the east end. And then as far as snowfall, about a couple of inches, 1 to 2 inches. There might be a couple of isolated areas that potentially push around 3 inches of snowfall. It's not a lot for accumulations. This is more of a situation of impacts. Okay. So this system, we're not expecting any strong winds with this. We're not talking about poor visibility or anything like that. It's really just going to be the precipitation and surfaces that'll be impacted by this. Okay. I also want to briefly touch on the weekend. So we're looking at some colder weather down into the 20s on Saturday and Sunday. And we're also, I've been monitoring the potential of widespread snow on Saturday. And that still looks like it's going to be the case, but right now the change has been towards the timing of Saturday. Right now it looks like the snow will start to move in around midday and then ramp up in the afternoon and evening. So right now it doesn't look like it starts in the morning. So for the second half of the day, going to have some snow on Saturday. And then we could have some lingering lake effect snow on Sunday. Now, I will say there's still some model inconsistencies with how Saturday is going to develop and the disturbances and the track of the disturbances on Saturday. But I still have a pretty good idea and handle on the fact that we're going to get some widespread snow on Saturday, which will be nice. Nice fresh snow to add on to the snow melt that we've had recently. I'm going to pull out Saturday, and I'm also going to pull out Sunday so that you get a preview of that. We're also looking at breezy conditions Saturday night into Sunday as this moves in. So this is 1:32 p.m. thereabouts on Saturday, and we start to see some of that snow come in, and then the intensities increase throughout the afternoon. This is 6 p.m., basically widespread through the evening. This is Saturday night, 11 p.m. Now, the majority of this system snow will be moving on out on Sunday, but we could have lingering lake effect snow through about midday. So Sunday morning still going to be a little snowy, especially along the lake effect wind belts, the northern lake effect wind belts. You know who you are. If you've lived here for a while, you know. By midday, we still have some lingering snow in the east, and then that moves on out for Sunday afternoon. But yeah, it's still a little too early to talk about snowfall amounts for this upcoming weekend on Saturday with that system, Saturday and Sunday, due to those inconsistencies in model data. But I do think we're going to have some accumulations with this. So yeah. All right. Well, that's the update. Hopefully you guys have a really great day. Hopefully you have a nice indoor activity to do tomorrow evening.
It's not gonna be really good out there. It's gonna be kind of gross and just dreary and icky. Okay. Well, that's the update. And I will have another TV6 First Alert Weather Extra for you on Friday. And we'll talk about the weekend and a look at potential snowfall for the weekend. Have a good one.